All right, let's just get right into it. You've poured your heart and soul into building a great website. You've got amazing content, but trying to get noticed on Google, it feels like you're just shouting into a black hole. So today, we're going to break down exactly how to win that all-important click.
I mean, it's a super frustrating question, right? You feel like you're doing everything by the book, but you're still stuck on page 2, or page 3, which is basically Internet Siberia. Your potential customers literally don't know you exist. Let's figure out why that is. So, first up, winning the click battlefield. And I love that word battlefield because that is exactly what it is now. Just having good stuff on your site, that's not nearly enough to win the war for attention anymore.
Okay, so this is the real head-scratcher, isn't it? You've followed all the advice, you've optimized your pages, you've got your keywords lined up perfectly, but the traffic just isn't showing up. The real reason? It all comes down to just how insanely crowded and chaotic the search results page has become.
And this visual just says it all. I mean, look at that. Your link is just one tiny little entry, completely surrounded by ads, images, videos, maps. Everything is fighting for the same pair of eyeballs. In a space this crowded, blending in is the same thing as being totally invisible. This quote from Passion Fruit SEO just hits the nail on the head. You're not just competing against 10 other blue links anymore. No way. You are fighting against a whole arsenal of features that Google puts between you and your customer. It's a completely different game now.
So here's the big takeaway. Winning today requires a two-front attack. You have to have a crystal clear conversation with the search engine's algorithm, and you have to have a powerful, emotional conversation with the actual human being doing the searching. Let's break down how to nail both of those.
Okay, part 2. Speaking the search engine's language. So first things first, let's talk to the machines. We need to give search engines a super clear, totally unambiguous roadmap so they understand exactly what your content is about. And this is where something called structured data comes into play. You can think of structured data as a universal translator for your website. You've got all this great info, right? A price, a rating, an event date, a recipe. And structured data, which is also called schema markup, translates all that into a language Google can read and process in a split second.
And what's really cool is seeing how this stuff has evolved. You know, it started with these really clunky, complicated formats like RDFA. Then we got microdata, which was a bit simpler, but it mixed all your data right in with your website's code, which could get, well, messy. And that's why the entire industry has now landed on JSON LD. It's clean, it's modern, and it keeps all that data separate, making it way more powerful for Google and a lot safer for you.
And this table really shows you why it matters so much. JSON LD isn't just Google's recommended method, it's flat out easier to use and way easier to maintain. And because it's totally separate from your visual design, there's zero risk of it messing up how your website looks. Honestly, it's a no-brainer. This is the standard you need to be using today.
All right, section 3, the power of rich results. So you've put in the work, you're speaking the search engine's language. What's the reward? What do you get for all that effort? Well, you get something pretty incredible called rich results.
This right here, this is the prize. Instead of just being another boring blue link with a bit of text, your search result gets a massive upgrade. It becomes visually interesting, it pops off the page, and it gives people a ton of value before they even think about clicking.
Just look at these examples. On the left, you've got star ratings, you've got prices right there in the results. On the right, you've got an interactive FAQ section that people can open up. Come on, these results don't just sit there. They grab your attention and they start building trust immediately.
And it gets even better than that. If you've got instructional content, like a how-to article, you can get these amazing visual step-by-step guides. Just imagine for a second, if you want to know how to paint your kitchen cabinets, which result are you going to click? The plain text one or this one? It's not even a contest.
So you might be wondering, does this stuff actually work? Well, one case study for a brand showed that after they put in structured data, they saw a 290% increase in impressions. 290%. Their visibility on Google just exploded.
And here's the kicker. All those new eyeballs, they actually turned into clicks. 190% increase in clicks. I mean, think about that. That's almost tripling their traffic, just for making their content a little easier for Google to understand. It's huge.
Okay, section 4, mastering your first impression. So we've won over the search engine, we've got our rich result, but that just gets you onto the playing field. Now you have to actually win the click from a real live human, and that all comes down to your title tag.
Let's just look at this side by side. The weak title on the left, it's a laundry list of services. Yeah, it's accurate, but it's boring. It has no soul. But the strong title on the right, it makes a bold promise. It creates a little bit of mystery. It makes you ask, how? Seriously, which one are you clicking on?
And see, the reason this works is that great titles tap directly into our basic human emotions. You can spark curiosity by creating what's called an information gap. You can create a sense of urgency, that fear of missing out. You can address a deep-seated fear people have, like in the title that says 5 mistakes that are killing your business. Or you can promise to fulfill a powerful desire, like doubling their traffic.
And this quote just wraps it all up perfectly. Your title tag is not just an SEO element. It's a tiny little piece of marketing copy. Its one and only job is to make someone feel that your page holds the answer they are desperately looking for.
Part 5. Putting it all together. Okay, so we've got our 2 secret weapons, right? We've got structured data for Google, and we've got psychological triggers for people. Now let's combine them into a simple, actionable game plan.
Here it is, your 4-step plan. First, run an audit. Use Google's own rich results test. It's free, and just see where you stand right now. Second, clean house. If you have any old, clunky structured data, it's time to migrate it over to that clean, modern JSON LD format. Third, and this is the fun part, go rewrite your most important titles. Make them compelling, make them emotional. And finally, step 4, and this is crucial, test everything. Don't guess. Let the actual data tell you what's working. Now, when you start diving into structured data, don't feel like you have to learn everything all at once. Just focus on the types that give you the most bang for your buck. Are you a local shop? Use the local business schema to show your hours and your address. You sell things? Use product schema to get those awesome star ratings and prices. You have a blog? Use article and FAQ schema to just dominate those informational searches. Start here. These are the heavy hitters.
So I'll just leave you with this final thought. Right now, as we speak, your competitors are figuring this stuff out. They are cleaning up their data, they're writing better titles. Winning the click isn't some optional bonus anymore. It is a matter of survival. The only real question left is, what's your next move going to be?